Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hamdan wa syukranillah amma ba'du. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. With all due respect to all the participants, my name is Putri Sekar Melati from International Program on Science Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Today, I'm going to present my research in the scope of biology. So here I'm going to share my screen. Okay, we begin the discussion about our body is precious, a research about critical phenomena, taboo things, and how to exercise the thinking skill. And I'm Putri Sekar Melati from ABS 3035. And this is our poster. So we made a poster, my research team made a poster, and we said about sexual harassment, because the number of cases of violence against women and men also throughout 2020 was many cases. And this is the problem. One of the problem here about the sexual violence, sexual harassment, and about the misconception of sex education, there are LGBT and the misconception of some learning media and sexually transmitted disease. And the solution path because I am the science student, science subject will be a critical way to exercise student critical thinking skills. And I choose biology because biology is the subject chosen in this research, because biology is mainly based on textbook. So in the topic of biology, I came from reproductive system, because reproductive system, especially about human reproductive system and sex education is chosen because the concept of the human reproductive system is critically related to the daily life. And also about the critical thinking skill, we can see the diagram below, because the problem solving, creativity, computer and information literacy, cooperation and critical thinking are examples of 21st century skill, which are being critical concept in education. But the fact is, in diagram, we can see there are many low category, 80.9%. And also, here, students are used to learning via the lecture learning style, and students still think of biology as rote learning. And also, furthermore, students believe the teacher's learning paradigm is less interesting, and students are not used to being taught high-order thinking abilities. Then another problem revealed because of the COVID-19, when COVID-19 swept the country in March in 2020, and also the made school closure, schools will belong to social and emotional learning, and there is a learning loss. Students made little or no improvement when studying at home. So here is the solution about my research. So my research is about practicing critical thinking skills through the human reproductive system based on Android game. And this is my research team, Dr. Eka Cahya Prima and Miss Eliawati and me, Putri Sekar Melati. And the introduction I have explained before the presentation. And also I will explain about critical thinking skill. So here 6 critical thinking capabilities emerge the learning process through the ability based on passion. So there are 5, actually there are 6, but I made 5 critical thinking skill. There are interpretation, analysis, inference, evaluation, and explanation. So here is the research methodology. The research method that I made is descriptive method, because it is dealing with making a description of the current or past status of phenomena. And here is the population and some sample. So there are 46 students. The questionnaire has 5 aspects, each rate on of 1 to 4, poor, fair, reasonable, and excellent. Here is the questionnaire for the game. And the school that is chosen in this research was held in 3 junior high school in Bandung City, one public school and 2 bilingual school. 2 schools are private school that use English in the teaching and learning process, and public school. One school is public school that is Bahasa, and the population in this study is 46 students. Here is the result and discussion. I made a question, I made a test item, 5 test items, an objective exam with 5 questions assess a student essential thinking ability. And here is the explanation. Each of the variety of games stands for critical thinking indicator. For example, in this game, there is a domino game. The student can move the dominoes up and down, then match the outcome to their pair. After everything is matched, please click check to check the correct answer. This is also being a critical ability as interpretation skill, sub-skill categories. The interpretation skill and category sub-skill also include matching and fruit ninja games. Students can open and close the card in a matching game and then find each match. So there are many games in this Android application, so students can play the game based on the critical thinking indicators. While Fruit Ninja, in this game, there is a Fruit Ninja game, a student can choose the hormone related to the sexual function. The student will be capable of bombs and other hormone that not belong to the sex hormone. Drag and drop and game, the student can move the object sign Tia and Hupros through their pair answer. So then the students can move it up and down, then match them according to their pair. After everything is checked, this stands for critical thinking aspect inference, while fill in the blank stands for explanation aspect. So here is the objective exam. So the first question is about menstruation cycle. So this is the graph about the student answer. The critical thinking sub-skill on this question is about interpretation, especially about deciding significance. We can see here 56.5% or 26/46 students got the correct answer, while the 20 students got the wrong answer. So here we can see the skill of the students in according of the critical thinking skill. And the second question is about the sexually transmitted disease. Here is the question, and here's the graphic about the students' answer. We can see 37/46 students got the correct answer. At the same time, 50%, more than 50% students have already understood about the material because the material have been explained on the game. And also the student can see the question below. The third question is about sperm concept. In this question, we can see the critical thinking sub-skill on inference, especially about drawing logically valid or justified conclusion. Here we can see more than 50 students already understand about sexually transmitted disease because they got correct answer. And the first question is about twin concept. We can see the question below. So we can see 30/46 students got the correct answer. So we can see they can exercise the ability about the evaluation, especially about assessing the quality of argument. And then we can see below about the fifth question. It's about the AIDS, the HIV. So we can see the critical thinking here is about explanation, especially about assessing the quality of argument. So we can see 23/46 students got the correct answer. So it will be 50%, 50% of the student can already understood the material. And here's the conclusion. So we can see the highest score is about the analysis sub-skill. We can see 80.40% student got the correct answer. And here's the conclusion. The objective test questions were based on fashion critical thinking book, including analysis, inference, evaluation, explanation, and interpretation. And 46 students did the exercise, and the average score is about 65. This shows that the game Putri may teach students about the human reproductive system, while also challenging their critical thinking abilities, although it still needs to be developed. We can see the 65 The average is not very big, so it's under the KKM. So we can see that UPROS, it still needs to be developed to exercise their critical thinking skill. And then this is the closure about this presentation. I quote the quotes about the sexual harassment, about the Dr. Dewi Inul said that we do this is not because we want to look as the one is the right one, nor we do this so we can gain attention or as the base stock, not at all. We do this is because simply because we care, we want to help. When you all intended to be caring and to be helpful, courage will be on your side. So I am Putri Sekar Melati. Thank you very much for attention. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So you can drop the question or you can drop your opinion about this research here, and you can ask to me on the presentation on the, I think 3 or 4 June, yeah, on the seminar or conference. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.